Hey everyone, my name is Cole Downey. In this presentation, I'll share my personal code of ethics, which are the principles that guide how I live, work, and lead. I'll begin with an overview of who I am and the experiences that shaped me. Then I'll share my five core values and the personal code of ethics built around them. Throughout, I'll connect my approach to ethical theories and perspectives from our textbook, as well as credible outside research. At 26, I've already learned a lot about leadership, responsibility, and decision making. I coach high school baseball, have managed social media for a business, and work in an office environment. Each role puts me in different ethical situations, sometimes as a leader making tough calls, and other times as a follower learning humility. Coaching taught me patience, honesty, and accountability, and working under leadership has taught me loyalty, teamwork, and respect. One ethical dilemma I've faced is truth versus loyalty, which Rushworth Kidder identifies as one of the most common moral conflicts. As a coach, I often have to choose between being loyal to players' feelings and being truthful about performance or playing time. While loyalty is important, I believe truth always wins long term because honesty builds trust and credibility. That experience taught me that doing what's right isn't always what's easy. I've definitely had to deal with some tough conversations, coaching and with players and with parents, and it was a real struggle, and it still is. I mean, I still struggle with it because it's a lot easier said than done. But those conversations, you really just gotta um, just be honest. I mean, you got to step up to the plate. Don't beat around the bush because eventually it's all going to come out. And um, I promise you, you would much rather be honest, be upfront, tackle it head on, than let something linger and then down the road it come back, and it really just bites you in the rear end. So, what helped me, one of my mentors, really when I first started coaching, told me, he said, "Look, I mean, they're going to be tough. You're going to have tough conversations, all this, but the parents are just thinking about their kid, as they should. They should think about their kid, and they're coming from a good place most of the time." But our job as coaches is to think about what's right and what's best for the whole team, all 30, 40, 50 kids and the program as a whole. What's right for one singular parent's kid and player isn't always necessarily what's right for the program. Um, so that helped me kind of understand that truthful and honesty is more important than beating around the bush and trying to be loyal and trying to have friends and all that stuff. What shaped my ethics? My ethical foundation started with my faith and was shaped by family and mentors. I grew up seeing how integrity, discipline, and service mattered more than status or success. Those lessons, reinforced through coaching and work, helped me define the values I'll share next. So my five core values from the foundation form the foundation of every decision that I make. Integrity, faith, growth, respect, and accountability. Each one connects to my experiences and helps me stay consistent in both personal and professional life. I really like that quote on there. It says it's by Bob Marley. Who knows if that's really who said it? I looked it up, and they said that is who said it. But I feel like somebody else has said it. But the quote is great nonetheless. The greatness of a man is not in how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and his ability to affect those around him positively. So here I'll dive in a little deeper to these. Integrity means doing what's right even when no one's watching. It's the foundation of character, something that Markula Center for Applied Ethics describes as the essence of trust. Faith grounds my perspective. It reminds me that my purpose and identity come from something bigger than myself. Faith also helps me extend grace to others. Growth represents my commitment to improving daily. As a coach, coworker, and person, I believe that consistent effort and humility drive progress. Respect means treating others with dignity and empathy, no matter their status or opinion. It's essential in teamwork and leadership. Accountability ties it all together. I hold myself responsible for my actions and expect the same from others. Accountability builds confidence and reliability in every relationship. As a coach, I'm big on accountability. We've been talking about that a lot this fall with our group. We say TOB a lot, transfer of blame, trying to really build our culture and establish that we're going to hold ourselves accountable. We're going to be accountable for our actions, our errors, our mistakes, and we're going to fix them. We're not going to blame others and make excuses for them. So, my code of ethics, each of these statements begin with I will because ethics are lived through action, not just belief. Integrity keeps me consistent. Respect keeps me humble. Growth keeps me moving forward. Honesty keeps me real. And faith keeps me centered. I will act with integrity even when it counts, even when it costs me. I will lead and follow with respect for everyone. I will grow daily and help others grow. I will be honest in all communication. I will stay grounded in faith through all decisions. Really love that first one, even when it costs me. I think that's the true test of a man. That's really when you show if you're a great man or a great woman or a great person, when there's sacrifice, when something costs you. It's easy to do the right thing and be the right guy and be the nice guy when everything's going smooth. Not so easy when there's something on the line. So why these rules matter? My first rule, acting with integrity even when it costs me, matters because ethical leadership requires consistency. Research from Brown and Trevino shows that ethical leaders model behavior that earns long-term trust. Leading and following with respect promotes unity, which is crucial for any team or workplace. Growing daily and helping others keeps me grounded in purpose. It reflects what the Journal of Leadership and Organizational Studies calls a learning orientation, which is vital for ethical resilience. Being honest in communication prevents misunderstandings and builds authenticity, while staying grounded in faith keeps my motivation rooted in love and not pride. My approach connects to two ethical perspectives from chapter 5, virtue ethics and utilitarianism. Virtue ethics from Aristotle focuses on developing moral character, something that directly aligns with my focus on integrity and faith. Utilitarianism looks at what benefits the most people, which guides my decisions when leading a team or making a business call. From chapter 6, I apply ends-based thinking, which means focusing on the best overall outcome, and care-based thinking, often known as the golden rule, which is treating others as I'd want to be treated. As Kidder notes, balancing logic and compassion helps us navigate complex moral choices. As a leader, my code of ethics helps me model consistency and fairness. My players and coworkers know I'll tell the truth and take responsibility. As a follower, these values keep me dependable and humble. I support my leaders with honesty and respect, even when I disagree. In both roles, ethics create stability and trust, which is the foundation of any healthy culture. As an assistant coach, kind of as I'm saying there, I have the leader role and I have a follower role. I get to lead the guys and our players and be someone they look up to and follow, and also get to look up to our head coach and our coaching staff. And so I kind of have the best of both worlds in that regard. I love it. But I mean, so I guess what I'm saying is I get a lot of different experiences, a lot of different situations, and I'm thankful for that. I love learning. Um, I love being on a team. I added those three pictures there. I love the bottom left one. That's the coach coming up, and you can tell the players have respect. I mean, they're showing eye contact to him. They're listening to him. On the right side, it's the whole team, the coaches, the players, kind of celebrating after a win. They're all together. They're all one. And when that happens, you get the chance for the thing in the middle right there to raise up a trophy, and win a national championship or a state championship or whatever you're chasing, whatever your goal is. But you got to have great leaders and great followers on the staff and within the program to be able to have a chance at something like that. So living out my ethics every day. Moving forward, I'll use my core values and code of ethics as a daily reflection tool. Whether I'm making a coaching decision or navigating a career change, they'll help me pause and ask, does this align with my values? I also believe in accountability, surrounding myself with people who challenge me to live out these principles consistently. Um, Again, I think a big one for me is accountability partners. Growing up, I didn't, and still today, I struggle with kind of being open and having partners to share that stuff with. but I have found that it keeps you on track. When you're trying to do everything alone, it's almost impossible to stay on track. So I do think it's good to have people in your corner, friends, relatives, pastors, mentors, whoever that is that you can go talk to and they kind of keep you on track. In conclusion, my ethics come from faith, experience, and intentional reflection. They remind me that character isn't situational, it's a constant. As I continue to grow as a leader and follower, I'll keep striving to act with integrity, lead with respect, and live with purpose. Thank you for listening to this. Before I end, I love that quote by John Wooden, one of the best basketball coaches of all time. The true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching. Again, thank you for listening. I have my references on this page right here, and these are just the sources that kind of informed my presentation.